Everyone. Welcome to yet another weekly analysis. For this week, we're going to have a recap and then see where we are headed. For next week and beyond. Right now, the thumbnail for last week's video, was like so. We said last week that our CP1 will be around here, but I've already taken profit. I had my take profit was about my reward was about 3 to 1. So I closed 2% and I'm letting 1% run. That's the thing. As a swing trader, you should want to, try your best possible to reduce the amount of times you execute in the market, but increase the amount of times you hold your trades. Increase the amount of times you hold your winners, right? So the plan is this, right? We said last week when we come into this 100% level on the daily time frame, we will be looking to close majority, stop loss to break even, or just past break even, and then we hold all the way to our overall take profit. Now, this is the reason why we are swing traders. We're not day traders. We are not scalpers. We are institutional traders, and we are positional traders. This is my overall take profit for Euro USD. Euro USD, my take profit, my overall take profit is 1.12000. This is my overall take profit right here. Now anything else that that's coming into this level would be break even trades, right? Will be break even trades, right? Anything that's coming to the level will be break even trades. Now we have these lines here, or rather these areas of interest, right? These are sections too. We try our best as much as possible to take majority, close a little bit. It is a cardinal sin in the trading. It is an unspoken rule in trading that if you give back, that you should not give back what you've already made. Do not give back the market what it has already given you. It is very important for you to be able to close your profits. That's also something that we battle with a lot. It's one thing for us to see the profit running and then you want to close early. It's one thing for you to also see the profit running and leave it, right? You want to always try your best as much as possible to close your profits, right? Because at the end of the day, it's the money, is the the profits you've withdrawn into your bank account that's yours. Even if the money is in your equity is saying 10%, above 5%, it's still not yours, because tomorrow morning you could wake up and go ham on the market and then lose everything, right? So you need to understand that. Try your best as much as possible to always close your trades, close partials, take some for yourself. It's important. We do not. It's not enough because you think, oh, because you could predict the market, or you could say where it's headed, and then that's it. No, have you not seen Euro USD, where we were all expecting Euro USD to come all the way into this level right here, but it decided to make a U-turn from here. So you have to close your trade. You will never know in the market. So when you come into the week, come with a plan, right? It's important for you to come into the week with a plan of how you're going to also execute, exit, manage your trades. Listen, when I journal, I do not just journal, my mistakes or my lessons, or my area of interest or whatnot. I also journal my execution. I journal my exit. You see what I'm saying to you? I journal my trade management, right? You've done half of the work when you click the buy or sell button. You've done half of it. The other half of the work, comes in when you have to, be psychologically, fit to be able to say, oh, it's not yet ready. I will not be involved. It hasn't got into my take profit or my, or my price range. I would not be closing. These are the little things. Because trust me, this is money. This is not coding. This is not dropshipping. This is literally you're literally playing with money. So your emotions are going to run high. So you should try your best as much as possible to figure out how you're going to be closing your trades. Taking partials. It's important to take partials, right? And I took partials of 2%. Now I have 1% running, just like that, right? And that's good. That by the grace of God, that's going to run all the way here. And that 1% keeps running. That's bank, isn't it? Right. So for Euro USD, we've been saying from the higher time frame that we are bearish. The monthly time frame on Euro USD is very, very, very bearish, right? Because we have not broken this structure right here. I remember saying in the last video that the only way Euro USD becomes bullish is when we break this structure right here. Any other thing is a pullback. Yeah. any other thing that happened, it's a pullback. This is a pullback. This right here, lower low, it's creating lower highs. This is a pullback. Until it breaks this level right here, then we can say, all right, it's ready for a bullish move. But this is a pullback, so you should be able to keep your eyes open and anticipate a reversal in the market at any time, because we are going against the trend, right? And then, just like we're saying, anticipate and open your eyes. You'll see the weekly time frame then decide to give us reversal patterns, double top, simple as that. And then I went down to the daily time frame, to the 4 hour time frame to look for entries from above here, and I started selling all the way down. Euro USD I have executed 3 times. I've taken 3 trades on Euro USD, and those 3 trades have given me about 2 4 5%, right? Euro USD, those 3 trades I've taken on Euro USD in the space of a month or two has given me 5%. So for this month on November, I've only traded once, and I made what, 3%. Right? For this month of November, I've traded once and it was Euro USD and I made 3%. I waited for Euro USD to come to me. I waited for the trade to come to me for 2 whole weeks. I waited. I had to wait another week for the trade to run into my profit target, and I closed. And this is what trading is about. It's not about making money. It's not about coming on here to think, oh, if I press this button right now, I should be seeing 5K immediately. No, take the money aspect away from your mind and try to be better for yourself. And then you see the money. The money is the consequences of the money. The money is the consequence of your action. If you don't do nothing, money won't come, right? But if you do something, money will come, right? So it's a consequence of the action. It shows that you're making the move in it. So try your best as much as possible to first of all, the first thing we said is what? Try to manage your trades. Try to follow your trade, guide your trade. Just like when you go to the beach, right, and then you want to channel the water from the beach to where you are at, right, from the sea to where you are at. You have to you have to guide it. You have to keep scooping sand away so the water could flow. The same thing, you cannot just leave the trade to just go. You have to monitor it. You have to have contingency plans. When I see this, I do this. When I see that, I do that. It is very important. So USD, we are bearish. Anybody that's saying we are bullish, the person, I'm not going to say anything, but you're just better off going to fight a war in Ukraine, because you should not be involved in this market at all. But anyway, moving forward, USD is bearish. Don't listen to anybody telling you it's bullish, even scalpers, whatever. Look for sales on USD. Ride the trend on USD. This is a beautiful trend right now, and we'll go to the DXY to see what we could do next to execute, right? So USD will be bearish, and then we're having lower lows and lower highs. Now, the higher the time frame, the stronger the structure. I take this again. The higher the time frame, the stronger the structure. The daily time frame structure will be broken by the weekly time frame. The weekly time frame structure will be broken by the monthly time frame. So what do? I come onto the weekly time frame to look for structural areas where I could sell off of or buy off of, and then we can see we have this zone right here, this this lower low right here, and then on the daily time frame or 4 hour time frame, where I'm expecting a retest into this level, right? A pullback into this level, and then I will short again. So this is where I'm expecting to sell Euro USD from. Now we'll go to the DXY to see why we're selling from there, right? Now, the last video we made, it took us 2 weeks to execute, and then we said, wait for the DXY. I know a lot of people that took losses because they didn't wait for the DXY. They didn't believe that the DXY, would control the market the way it did. Wait for the DXY. The DXY has to get into an area of interest that seems to be similar in gap with the Euro USD. Wait for the DXY. I'm telling you, every time the Euro USD moves fast and gets to its area of interest and the DXY is not yet there, the Euro USD will consolidate. I've backtested this, trust me. The Euro USD will consolidate until the DXY is ready to move, then it will move. So what are we saying? Wait for the DXY to come into this level right here. Wait for the DXY to come into this level right here, and then immediately it touches, immediately it gets there. You can go to the Euro USD and start looking for entry signals, break of character line, break of structure, bearish engulfing, all of that, right? But the main thing for us next week is not Euro USD. The main thing for us is DXY. We're going to be focusing heavily on the DXY. I do not care what the Euro USD is saying. I do not care anymore. This is what I do, right? The moment I'm about to execute a trade, right? I execute a trade on Euro USD, for example. I don't even focus on Euro USD. I focus on the DXY. The moment I see the DXY is ready, then I go to the Euro USD. So my attention is, even though, because the thing is this, the Euro USD will start touching areas of interest. It will start getting to it will get to your area of interest, and you might feel like it's leaving you behind. You might feel, oh, this market is about to go and leave me behind, but you are about to jump in a big loss, right? Because the DXY is not ready. So I beg you, Lord, yeah, follow the DXY. If you are not doing it before, do it now. This will solve your your early entries, market manipulations and whatnot. I was able to survive last week. I'm telling you, I was able to survive couple of losses on Euro USD. At least two losses on Euro USD. I was able to survive because why? I was waiting for the DXY to get into its area of interest. Simple rule. It will save you more than you know, right? So on the DXY, let it get into this level. We need a retest of this level, and then we go to the Euro USD to then look for what entry signals. Like I said, break of structure and break of what counter trend line. As simple as that. There's nothing else. There's nothing more. There's nothing more, right? It's not complicated. There are no indicators on here. There are no bots. None of that, right? It's simple. You just have to keep it simple. That's the thing. We try to complicate it, thinking if we complicate it with big grammars and big words and big vocabularies, right? It makes us look more sophisticated, like a trader with free screens. Bruh, there's no need for that, right? Get yourself one monitor, you have your phone, you have your laptop, and you're good, right? There's no need to overcomplicate things and make it look like what's not, right? So focus on DXY, focus on the Euro USD. It's important. I almost broke my own rule where I was waiting for the Euro. I was waiting for Euro to give us an entry from around here, right? And I kept waiting and I kept waiting and I kept waiting. And then I felt like it was not going my way, and then I had to go and take another trade. But then thank God the Lord helped me to follow my trading plan, and that was how I was able to profit. So this is how I executed this trade, right? Let me take this off. This is how I executed this trade. Obviously, we said on the thumbnail of last week, this was what we had, right? And then we said a break of structure, right, and a break of candle and trend line. And then on the 1 hour time frame, this is where I executed. Now the 4 hour time frame and the 1 hour time frame, they can be used either way, right? You can either use the 4 hour time frame or you can use the 1 hour time frame. They are both entry time frames, right? Some people come on to the 4 hour time frame to look for the trend. I pity you. I pity your accounts, right? But you cannot come to the 4 hour time frame to look for trends. You go to the monthly time frame to look at the overall trend of the market, and then go down to the weekly and the daily time frame to make sure you are trading in the direction of the monthly time frame. Right, so I'm not going on to the weekly time frame to say, oh, is it bearish? Or the daily time frame, is it bullish? And then 4 hour time frame, is it bearish? And then collate majority wins. No, 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 no. I pick one trend, I pick one direction, I pick one pair, and I ride it to the bottom, right? So this was how we executed, right? On Euro USD, I set a sell limit around here. I set a sell limit around here, and then the market obviously activated because, and I said before, this is a double top, one top, two top. We came in here, we broke structure just a little bit. I don't know about you, lot, but I zoom in, right? I zoom in because at the end of the day, it's my money, right? So I zoom in and make sure I get in there, right? So if you look, right, you will notice that this is basically a double top, right? So higher high came and put in a higher low and a higher high, right? These two right here, they are one low, right? So this is what a higher high. This is a higher high. This right here, these are higher lows. These are the same lows, right? They are considered as one, not two. So this is a higher low, and this is a higher high right here. And then we broke structure just a little bit. So we've had a reversal pattern and the break of the next line, and that's all I needed to see. And the moment we broke the counter trend line, I set a sell limit around here. I set my sell limit around here, and then I place my stops above, right? And you can see I gave my trade breathing space because easily the markets could have manipulated and done this, taking you out. If your stop loss is over here, taking you out, and then boom, bounced all the way to the downside. You have to also give yourself breathing space, right? Take what the market gives you. We try to squeeze, we try to squeeze in the stop loss, make it tight. No, 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 no. I'll tell you this: your stop loss, reducing your stop loss does not mean you get more reward. If you're going to get more reward, it's your target that's going to give you more reward, right? Don't go reducing your stop loss, making it tight so you can get more reward. That is a degenerate move. Take what the market gives you. If the market is giving you 2 to 1, take it. If it's giving you 1 to 1, I do not take 1 to 1 trades because they are not worth the risk in the long run, right? So I don't take 1 to 1 trades. If I'm going to take a 1 to 1 trade, I have to move my entry into a 2 to 1, then I place a limit, and that is it, right? These rules help me over time, right? So this is how we're able to execute, and then we've closed, profits. Obviously, I might post, but I don't know. I'm not into posting profits and whatnot on here. There's no need. Everybody does that. I need to be different, right? Anyway, so yeah, that's it for this week. It's short, it's simple, it's sweet. We're waiting for a retest of the DXY and the retest of the Euro USD into these levels right here, into these weekly highs, right? Into these weekly lower highs. So sorry, lower lows, right? And this is it, right? We're waiting for a retest into the weekly lower low. Fibonacci should also be in corroboration, I think, because I remember using checking it, and I saw the Fibonacci was also in collaboration with what we're analyzing. So let's say the market decides to pull back from here, and then swing high, swing low, all the way here. All right, so you can see even the Fibonacci is saying that's the place to be, right? So we have two confluences, and then the DXY is also saying the same thing. So let's focus on one thing, right? It's very important. You will get tested. I'm telling you, your resolve will be tested if how patient you are. This month I took 1 trade. Most people took about 4 or 5 trades this month, 10 trades this month, and then they're coming out to break even on 1%. I'm coming out with 3%, and I may even, by the grace of God, execute another trade tomorrow. Sorry, next week, and then who knows? Right? Who knows? The markets they move erratically, so you never know. So anyway, that's it for this week. That's it for this weekly analysis. So have a great weekend. Ciao, ciao.